The Emmanuel TV team revisit the Open Heart Center for homeless men and women in Khabarovsk, Far East Russia, that received gifts of winter boots and other provisions last winter. This is the Open Heart Center for the homeless in Khabarovsk, Russia. The buildings you see here provide shelter and warmth for both men and women throughout the harsh winter season. The thick snow covering the ground gives a clear indication of the icy cold weather conditions they have been facing in Khabarovsk, Russia. The reality is, surviving the harsh winter weather is impossible without a place to keep warm or the appropriate winter clothing. Without these things, a person would be at risk of getting frostbite or even losing their life. The Emmanuel TV team go to the supermarket to buy festive decorations and local produce for a special meal for the homeless people. They go into the store with their mission in mind, a celebration of Christ's life, sacrifice, and giving spirit that will bring a smile not just to the face, but also to the heart of those who really need it the most this Christmas period in this frigid climate.
Two big baubles also make the list as the shop for decorations continues. One trolley packed with decorative stuff is getting fuller and fuller. Next, the team selects some treats, chocolates and sweets for those at the homeless center. That done, they proceed to the produce section to spy out what will make the bulk of the perfect holiday meal. There is a large selection of fresh and frozen vegetables and goods. Another trolley is filled to the brim with cartons for the meal, not to forget the large quantity of mayonnaise, which is a Russian favorite with all kinds of salads. The team continue moving through the shop, filling their trolleys with a variety of produce needed to prepare the special meal. Having all the items they needed for the special meal and decorations, the Emmanuel TV team proceed to the checkout. Working swiftly, the cashier rings in each item, which the team then puts into bags. In the shopping centre's car park, the team stand with the trolleys that are overflowing with all the wonderful things that will make this holiday season a memorable one for the people at the Open Heart Homeless Center. The purchases are unloaded and carried to the kitchen and dining area in the Open Heart Center so that the preparations can begin. Back at the Open Heart Homeless Center, the Emmanuel TV team, along with some of the people staying at the center, remove the items one by one from the vehicle and carry them inside. You can feel the excitement in the air as preparations get underway.
We're going to decorate this. This is a dining room, and up to 100 people, we're told, can get into here to eat. So we're just putting up some decorations because it's the holiday season, and we want the place to look just a bit festive.
Everyone was happy to lend a hand to make the place look beautiful and festive, taking care to hang the delicate decorations from wall to wall. The people staying at the shelter assist in clearing and preparing the dining room for this lovely event. Another of the men begins the long process of slicing all the bread for the meal. While one team set about addressing the ribbons, more people are working on taping up lights around the environment, which will add to the jolly atmosphere. One of the elderly men watches enthralled as the busy decorators set about their task, prompting him to recall fond memories of similar celebrations in the past. The meal preparations are well underway, and stews are already bubbling away over the stoves in big pots. The steam and tantalizing fragrance fill the kitchen as the job goes on. A huge pan of a local pasta delicacy is being stirred up and mixed with mayonnaise before the cooking process is completed. The kitchen team are beginning to finalize the food and slice a little fruit for afters.
Jesus Christ desires and deserves our best because he's given us his best. And Christmas is a time for us to give of our best. And right now we're here at the Open Heart Center for homeless men and women in Khabarovsk in the far east of Russia, where with the help of Prophet TV Joshua and Emmanuel TV partners, the team here have prepared a meal. They've bought the local produce, they've bought the Christmas decorations for the homeless men and women who may be disadvantaged by society, but who are loved by God just as much as any of God's servants.
It's dinner time, they start dishing out and serving the delicious food to the people, staying at the Open Heart Center for the homeless, who after the short thanks savor the delectable meal. Both young and old sit together to share the wonderful meal and atmosphere. Everyone seems to be enjoying themselves.
Sergei Stepanov, one of the homeless men, expresses his thanks on behalf of everyone for the special meal and Christmas gifts.
Мое имя Сергей Степанов. Я сам со Свердловска, сейчас нахожусь в данный момент в Хабаровске. Мне хотелось бы поблагодарить всех людей, которые принимал в этом участие. Тебе, Джошуа, организацию Эммануил ТВ, также людей, которые приехали к нам. Это Фиона, Гарри, Тамара. От всех людей, находящихся здесь, большое спасибо. Благодарим вас всех. Во имя Господа нашего Иисуса Христа. Аминь.
So, my name is Sergei Stepanov. I am from Sverdlovsk, but now I'm in Khabarovsk. And on behalf of all people from the Open Heart Center, I would like to thank Pastor T.B. Joshua, Emmanuel TV partners, and people who came here, Fiona and Gary, for the gift, for the Christmas gifts they gave us. Thank you so much. We are very, very grateful.
So there we are. There's your chocolate. So,
Это вам подарок.
yes.
Спасибо.
So
Спасибо.
Шоколад.
the Lord bless you.
Благословит вас Господь.
After the gorgeous meal, each person was given a whole bar of chocolate and an apple each for dessert, and for coming to share the warm love of God with them in the icy cold winter. The beneficiaries of the center had this to say.